Hey Queens, this is Wahima. Welcome to another episode of Morning Tea. Today's tea is Earl Grey tea from the Mountain Witch Tea Company, and it is delicious. Number one, do you like my glasses? They're a prescription. They're giant. I know that. I made a mistake. I ordered them online. They're really big, but all the kids are telling me that they love it. So, you know, the kids win. I have a couple things to talk about, some of which I really want to go into depth and talk more about, but I feel like I don't have all the information. All I have are feelings, and I need to have more information, factual information, instead of just feelings in order to have these conversations. So let's first talk about something great. Let's talk about Akon, guys. Where has he been, first of all? I have been asking this question for a couple months now to my friends. I posted on Facebook a few weeks ago, where's Akon? Everyone just liked it or LOL'd it, put smiley faces, because like nobody cares about Akon but me. But Akon has shown back up in the media doing something that sounds amazing. He has started a group called, or a company, Solar School. And the project is called Akon Lighting Africa, where he and two other investors are starting a school that is going to help train engineers and scientists and technology people. Technology people is a technical term, by the way, on how to harness solar energy and microgrids throughout Africa. Seeing as how Africa has 320 days of sunshine, being able to harness that power of the sun and be able to teach people how to utilize this technology to bring electricity to 600 million African people. So bravo to Akon and what he's doing with Akon Lighting Africa. It sounds like it's amazing, and I really hope the best for him and the people of Africa who are directly affected and create jobs with this new endeavor. So bravo. Next, I want to say congratulations to Caitlyn Jenner. Happy for her. I'm not going to be watching her show. I don't watch the Kardashians. I actually don't care about Caitlyn or Bruce Jenner, but I know it's a nice step in the right direction for the trans community. Definitely in the minority when it comes to trans issues, because he spent most of his life as a relatively wealthy white male, Republican male, so is different for other people of trans, namely minorities in the trans community and women to male trans people. All I have to say is that I really hope that people love their children and their family members. And as a community, I feel like the Black community and most minority communities is so unaccepting of this, coming out of the closet as gay, or they are uncomfortable in their body because they feel like they were born with the wrong gender. I hope that people will have an open heart and open mind and love their family members and the people that they come across who are not cisgendered, who are not straight or heterosexual. Be more tolerant, because that's really what we need, is tolerance. Everywhere in the world we need tolerance, and we need to love humans for who they are and who they want to be. So, as you guys know, Tamir was shot down within 2 seconds of the police arriving on the scene. He was playing with a BB gun in the park near his home, and someone called in and said there looks to be a person, might be a child, playing with a gun that's probably not real in the park, and the police officer showed up and shot him within 2 seconds. And then a couple months later, the city of Cleveland decided that it was his fault that he got shot because he didn't do what he needed to do in order to let the officer know that he didn't need to be shot. And so now the case is being sent over to prosecutors to figure out what to do next. Obviously, we all know that whole idea of that it's his fault, it doesn't make any sense. What are you supposed to do in 2 seconds? What is a 12-year-old boy supposed to do within 2 seconds of having the police run up on him? So it's really very upsetting, and I really hope that justice is served. They're trying to say that the officer acted within, protocol, and that is what you do. And if that is what you do, then that is horrendous. That is a fucking terrible way to run your police department, that you see somebody with a gun and you just pull up on them and shoot them. Just do the bloody right thing. That officer should not have killed that little boy. Period. Beau Biden, who is our Vice President Joe Biden's son, has died. I was actually really sad for the Biden family. They have had Joe Biden has had his fair share of tragedy with death. His first wife died along with one of his children in a car accident. So he was left with two boys, and they lost, you know, that's a big blow to a family when a mother and a sibling dies, you know what I'm saying? And then now one of those boys has just recently died. And so I feel bad for Joe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel bad for Joe. Our vice president has gone through a lot. And you know, my condolences to the Biden family. In Mississippi, there was a graduation, a high school graduation in Mississippi, and the superintendent let the parents know that if they made any noise, if they cheered or clapped while their kid walked across the stage, they would be asked to leave. So there are families who were like, I'm gonna cheer and clap. So they cheered and clapped. And then they left, and a couple of weeks later, maybe a week later, they were served with papers from the superintendent to be brought up on charges for disturbing the peace during a graduation. These families all happen to be Black. This is ridiculous. Why would you go so far as to fine a family for cheering during a high school graduation because you, as the superintendent, decided that they shouldn't cheer until after everyone has walked across the stage? Like, what the that doesn't even make any sense. So on this article that I have in front of me, you can actually email the superintendent and tell him about himself. I'm sure he's no longer checking the email. They weren't violent. You know, they didn't have a confrontation with the police. It says Jay Foster, who is the superintendent, in conjunction with the local police, filed charges against those families. It's ridiculous. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, so my next thing is, hey, do you guys want me to shout you out? I worry that sometimes that if, like, when I want to speak directly to a person, that they might get weird if I shout them out. Maybe they don't want their name to be in a video. And I could completely understand that. But if you're somebody who comments on my channel, would you be okay with me shouting you out? Would you be okay with me being like, hey, blankety blank, blah, blah. I really liked your response and I really liked your encouragement and thanks so much for your support. Like, would you guys be okay with that? Because there are people who talk to me all the time and I really enjoy it. You guys have no idea how much I enjoy it, that you guys interact with me. Makes me feel like I'm not just talking into a camera by myself in my room. And I really appreciate the engagement. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I know I talked about a lot of things and didn't go into too much detail about certain stuff, but I just wanted to get that out there and let you guys know what's happening in the world. I'm sure there's way more happening, but that's all I have to share with you today. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Have a fantastic day and see you in my next video.